Welcome to Budget Beauty, where I help you look flawless for less. Welcome back and a very special welcome if you're new here. My name is Jen and this is Budget Beauty. We do everything beauty on a budget, including subscription boxes, mystery boxes, new makeup releases, use it up challenges, and of course, we do makeup tutorials and talk all about new palette releases. One of my favorite indie brands released a brand new palette perfect for spring and perfect as we transition into summer, and that is Nomad Cosmetics Paradise Island palette. As soon as I saw this palette released, I knew that I had to get my hands on it because number one, I love Nomad Cosmetics. Number two, it's an indie brand, and you guys know that I much prefer indie brands. I love supporting small business, and I think their shadow quality is so much better than mainstream. So as soon as I saw that this was released, I had to pick it up. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you the Nomad Cosmetics Paradise Island palette. We're going to create the look that you see here on my eyes. I'm going to share with you exactly how I create this look and give you a little mini applying artificial lash tutorial as well. So if you're excited, give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe if you're not, and make sure your bell notification is turned on because when new palettes are released, we talk all about them here on my channel. Like I said, I do a lot of subscription unboxings, new makeup releases, makeup tutorials, you name it, we talk about it. So make sure your notification bell is turned on. Check out that description box down below where I will share, of course, the Nomad Cosmetics palette along with a discount code for you. It is not my code, it is not an affiliate link for me, but it is a code that will save you 10% off of the palette. You'll also find my favorite subscription boxes, the makeup that I'm wearing in today's video, other than the eyeshadow look, everything else on my face will be down in that description box. And of course, come on over, follow me on TikTok for more beauty on a budget. So let's jump into this beautiful look from the Nomad Cosmetics Paradise Islands palette. This palette is absolutely stunning. Everything from the outside packaging to the inside, it is such a beautiful palette. I am going to go ahead and insert footage of the unicarton that the package comes in, a close-up of the outside packaging. What I like too is on the back of the unicarton, it shows the shadow colors that are in the palette. Of course, I'll show you the shadows up close and personal, and then of course I'll be inserting some swatches as well. I went ahead and swatched each row individually. There are 3 rows of shadows in this palette, so I went ahead and swatched each roll separately so that you can see them up close. There are 18 shadows total in the palette. Such a reasonable price for how amazing, spoiler alert, the quality of these shadows are. This look that I have today is a bright, springy, summery look, which I think this palette is absolutely perfect for. My only gripe with this palette is that there are only a couple of really deep shades. We have this really pretty green shade here and dark blue shade here. And if you know my preferred method of applying shadow, I really like to deepen up my outer corner with a dark color. So that makes this palette a little bit challenging. It's a little bit more on the lighter tone, mid-tone, but it's beautiful, and wait until you see the quality of these shadows. So without further ado, let's jump into this eyeshadow look. I'm really excited to play around with the new Nomad Paradise Island palette. In fact, this morning I am headed to coffee with my realtor that helped us buy our house here in Arizona, and I'm going to wear a summer-inspired, tropical-inspired outfit. I have to think about what colors in this stunning palette that I want to use, and I think I'm going to lean towards this top row, the pinkies and the orangies. Now, my heart leads me to the green row because you guys know I love a good green eyeshadow, but I really want to do something different, and I have an outfit in mind. I'll do that. I'll think about what I want to wear that day and then match my shadow to that. So I think with my outfit in mind, we're gonna focus on this top row. So the first thing I'm going to do, as always, is I'm going to apply my MAC Paint Pot and Painterly eyeshadow base to my lids. I just blend that out really well. I just want to make sure that there's no creasing or patchiness. And then I usually take my fingertip and tap in my eye base as well. I do not set my eye base. I know some people will set their base with translucent powder. I do not. I just go ahead and apply my shadow directly to the base. So the first shade I'm going to go into is this beautiful pink shade called Sky. And I'm going to apply that right into my crease. I'm just using the mirror in the palette. This is such a pretty color. Look at that. It is pink, but it has a little bit of a coral undertone. The Nomad shadows are so incredibly pigmented. I just love them. I actually, if you didn't know, own every single Nomad Cosmetics palette. So I'm going to use, again, that color Sky basically as a transition shade. And that's, in a sense, going to also set my eyeshadow base. Really, really pretty, just kind of brightens up the eye. And then I'm going to go into this orange shade here on the opposite side of that fluffy brush called Manna. And I'm going to use that just on the lower part of my crease closest to my eyelid. And that's going to create this really pretty kind of sunset look to the eye. That is just really pretty. The transition between that orangey color Manna and Sky is beautiful. What I have so far is a pretty light look, and as you can see, there's not really a super deep shade in this top row. There's only a couple really deep shades in the palette, this green here and this blue here. So I think for fun, I'm actually going to go into the blue shade. I think it's Huaine, H-U-A-I-N-E. I'm going to use that on an angled brush and apply that into my outer corner to kind of deepen it up. And I think this little pop of blue is going to be really fun and really give that tropical vibe. That is so beautiful and so incredibly pigmented. That was one swipe in to the shadow. Yes, I really like that with that little bit of pop of blue. We'll go ahead and blend that out with that pink and orange when we're done here. I'm just trying to add just a little bit of depth to my outer corner. And I like that kind of messy makeup look where I kind of bring the shadow down a little bit underneath my lower lash line. I'm going to go back into the orange shade and just work on blending that blue out. And then back into that pretty pink shade as well, and then add that just a little bit more to the crease. Now these are a pretty powdery formula, so make sure you're tapping your brush off because you are going to get a little bit of fallout. Generally, a more powdery formula means it's more pigmented, which I'm never going to complain about. I'm going to go apply some of my NYX glitter glue to my lids before I apply my shimmer. I always like to use a glitter glue. I just think that you get the real shimmer from your shadows when you use a glitter glue, and not to mention it just helps kind of keep them in place all day and not crease. I really want to use this shimmery shade right here, Moon. That is so pretty. So I'm actually going to apply that to my lid, staying away from the inner corner because I've been really into two different shimmers, one on the inner corner and one on my lid, but this shade is absolutely stunning. It is a coral dream. I mean, this is absolutely beautiful. I also like to apply the shimmer to my lid with my finger. I find that you get the best payoff that way. I generally use a brush with the shimmer on my inner lid, but on the base of my lid or the majority of my lid, I love using my finger for that big payoff. That is such a beautiful, beautiful color. For the inner portion of my lid, I'm going to go into the pink shimmer shade, which is the shade Sun, and I'm going to use a brush for that one just to really get in the corner and just apply that to that inner corner. Ooh, that is so beautiful. Wow, that is really pretty. And what I like to do is take that second shimmer shade that I'm putting on the inner corner and I just blend that up and in with that other shade on my lid just so that there isn't a harsh line, that they kind of blend together. And then I always take that same brush, go into that first shimmer shade that's on my lid, and I bring that up because I do have partially hooded eyes. So I do like to bring my shimmer up into my crease just a little bit. Now there's a really fun blue. It looks like one of the multi-chromes in the palette. It's called Shark. I'm going to put that in my inner corner because it will tie in that blue that I have in my outer corner. Oh yeah, that is so beautiful. Wow. I love a different colored inner corner. I think it just makes the look pop. So pretty. And then I'm going back in with that dark blue shade, and I'm gonna run that under my lower lash line to kind of tie that in and to deepen up that lower lash line a little bit. But I'm going to focus primarily on the outside of my lower lash line, blending in with my outer V. And that kind of ties the blues in together. And then I'm actually going to go in with that peachy shade that we use and bring that on the inner portion of my lower lash line. And that will tie my lid and my lower lash line together. And then I just blend that out really well. I really like this look. It is fun with that pop of blue, but it's also summery and beachy in Paradise Islands, but it's also kind of on the soft side, which I really, really like. I'm going to go ahead and apply some black liquid liner, and I'm going to put on some lashes. I get a lot of questions on how I apply my lashes, so I'm actually going to show you guys how I apply my false lashes. So today I'm going to apply the Zola lashes, and this is in the style Cocoa. K-O. These came in my Lashy Box subscription. I love Lashy Box because you get 4, 5, 6 pairs of lashes every month, plus makeup for like $13. I've actually worn these a few times, and I really, really like this style. So the first thing I do is just reshape my lashes. I just kind of bend them back into shape. And now I'm using the Kiss Strip Adhesive Glue. I actually really like this glue. I'm going to apply some of the Kiss glue to the band of the lashes. There's controversy on whether or not you should let your glue dry for a couple seconds before you apply your lashes or not. I do not generally let my glue dry, and a lot of people will apply their lashes with tweezers or lash applicators. I honestly just use my fingers. So you just have to do what works for you, what makes applying lashes easiest for you. So what I do is I start with my inner corner and I kind of lay them where I want to lay them. This, of course, is after you've trimmed them down to fit your eye. And your main goal is to get the lashes as close to your natural lash line as possible. And then I go in with this little tool. It has tweezers on one end if you want to use them to apply your lashes, and kind of a rubber pad on the other. And I just use that to press my lashes into place where I want them, and also as close to my lash line as possible. Now, placement of lashes is personal preference. You can bring them closer to your inner corner. You can just do a half lash that kind of flares out the outer corner. I always like a full lash, but I always bring the outer corner up a little bit, so I don't actually glue it directly to my natural lash line. I like to glue it just a little bit up from my natural lash line so that it kind of flares up and makes my eyes look wider and more open. So there are my lashes. Now, sometimes I put mascara on my lashes before I apply false lashes. Sometimes I don't. Right now I'm actually using the Tarte Big Ego mascara. I don't love it. It's okay. It's not my favorite mascara, but I always apply mascara to my lower lashes. And once your false lashes have time to fully dry, then I go in with my fingertips and I squish the false lashes together with my natural lashes. And that just helps keep them in place even more throughout the day. And you don't have a gap between your natural lashes and your artificial lashes. So here is my completed look for today. I just have a ColourPop So Juicy lip gloss on, no liner, no lipstick. Just went with a more shiny, neutral summer vibe lip. So that is the look that I created with the Paradise Islands palette from Nomad Cosmetics. I love it. It's light, it's bright, it's summery, it's springy. I love the pop of blue in the outer corner, which ended up matching my outfit today. Absolutely perfect. I actually have on this fun little jumpsuit that has these coral colors and pinks and blues. So the palette just matched perfectly with the whole summer look that I have going on today. And if you didn't know, I now live in Arizona, so it's sunny here most of the year. It's summer here most of the year. So this palette is absolutely perfection for Arizona or for warmer climates, or really for any climate. Of course, this will be linked down below for you, and let me know down in the comments what you think of the look that I did today. When I do other looks in the future, I'll try to post those over on my Instagram. If you don't follow me there, I'll go ahead and put that here on the screen for you. And of course, over on TikTok, I do post a lot of beauty content as well. So if you enjoyed today's video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not, and make sure your bell is turned on so you never miss a future video. And of course, check out that description box for the Nomad Cosmetics palette, as well as all of the other makeup that I'm wearing today. Thank you again for watching, friends, and I'll see you next time. Bye.